Continuing on, great morning. I pulled my Lenormand and I wanted to ask about what's going on with the orange menace. What's happening? Now, I'm going to start with the outside influence first. And in this case, I would say this is the Constitution and waking up to the fact that the friends have been looking away from the Constitution. Now, it might be that they're going to have to start looking towards the Constitution about the legality or illegality of the things that Trumpenstein is doing. So, what we have here going into it, the reading is about protection. So about Trumpenstein today, protection of the White House and conversations happening now about the White House and protection, what's going on there. The energy coming into this is about these marriages, these contracts, these alliances. And the difficult times now, the hard-won lessons, the pearl of great price, the wisdom that comes out of all this at the end of the difficulty, when it comes to the community, the people, the community, conversations, the difficulties with the White House now, protecting alliances. So what's going on today? It's about the path forward, where the path is going when it comes to the future happenings, and the history, the past, the history that's going to be brought forward for the future and the path going forward. The challenge is those that are looking up to Trumpenstein and his dark mental state, his depression, his dark mental state, and his, basically walking away. The history, he's walking away from history, okay, or walking towards history. I think this has to do with his dark mental state, those that are close that are looking up to him, his dementia, okay, because he's walking into history. He's not cognizant of the things going on really sharp around him now. He is more anchored in past. We know that his whole thing is about retribution, etc. It's all about the past. And so a potential outcome is what's new when it comes to the long life, the life, and his lies, his craftiness, his drama, his underhandedness, okay? So if we look at the foundation, there are conversations in the public about the past, the history, where Trump is going in that with his dark, just ongoing lawlessness, okay? And his underhanded things he's done in the past and he continues to do, okay? So we have the White House, the hard-won lesson for the future about the dark mental things and the life lived, the dark mental life lived. So we will have some information for the future. This is a hard-won lesson, absolutely. And above it all, protecting those alliances and the path going forward, looking up to something new, okay? So if we do the four corners of protecting new, and we have his craftiness, the drama, and conversations going on about it. At the center of it is about the future. hard-won lesson when it comes to his dark mental state, okay? About the darkness that's going on. The path forward will include the history that's going on, the alliances that Trumpenstein had, and then the community in the future looking up for something better, looking for some aid in that. When it comes to the hard-won lesson, it'll be about the White House in the future, contracts made with the public, protecting the history, and conversations about the path forward. When it talks about his dark mindset, there are those that are looking at him where he's going, okay? Those surrounding him are looking at him just declining, and the dark mindset, the future, the life that he's lived, it's all about retribution for him. The dark mindset was something new with the history. He keeps trying to change the history, get rid of DEI, get rid of anything that has to do that's not white bread. So his dark mental state about that, and his crafty drama, dark mental things trying to move forward, the path forward. So let's go ahead and gather these up, and I'll do a clarifying read, and we'll see what else it has to say about Trump, the Orange Menace, the Mango Mussolini, Agent Orange, Donald Duckweed. Oh my God. Okay, so the center of it, we have where this is moving forward to. Okay, this is in motion, it's moving. We have the short-term success with what he's doing. When it comes to the people, when it comes to the drama, especially against women, but against the community. Short-term success, but the clock is ticking on this. And control. When it comes to this attempting to control, and it also could be women that are fighting to protect things. The foundation is, his craftiness, the drama, his illegalities that he's doing, trying to control women and trying to, the life that he's living. Karma's catching up. Arguments when it comes to control. And the path forward. Okay, where it's moving forward when it comes to his craftiness, his drama, clock is ticking. Okay, when it comes to his life path, the short-term successes, the controlling arguments when it comes to women, etc. The things where he is walking away from, and there's something new about his dark mental state, and people looking up for relief. There are those around, friends, that are looking for something because they see his dark mental state happening and some new things coming in when it comes to that. There are conversations going on around the White House, by the community there, about light dawning on some of his deceptions, okay, that he's put into place, and the difficulties he's put in there, and the deal that we're having to deal with now, the cross to bear, the difficult times, and the things that are being eaten away at, okay. So, there are those that are surrounding, again, worried about his mental health and just all the stuff that he continues to put out. to try to control Americans, etc. I want to ask what's coming up for the last few days of this month for Trump. What's coming up for Trump the last few days of this month? Light dawning on obstructions in his craftiness. Light on his things. So more's going to come out about his drama that he's been doing, okay? The manipulations and things he's trying to put in place. Now let me just ask, what about next month? What's coming up for Trump next month? See if it'll tell us. The center of it all, at the heart of things? Or is it a heart issue? The deception? Heart deceptions from the White House. Okay. I want to ask something more about the heart. Okay. Going forward. Looking forward. The deception. A tough wheel. Karmic wheel. Heavy wheel. The White House. Knowledge. Looking forward, the heart, short-term success. With these heavier deceptions and legalities. Okay. The legalities, the health of things. The health. Hardcore anchoring in. He's going to try to anchor in more hardcore things, deceptions. But the law is looking at the health of it, the heart going forward, short-term success. Yeah, dark knowledge. Dark knowledge. August. Slow moving. Looking up the timing. October, slow moving, could be also protecting the health, and something is coming out then, his health. Now I keep, my thing of view has been October, but, again, I could be wrong. Don't count me on that and say, I absolutely said it's going to be done in October, but that's mainly the thing that I'm getting. I just keep feeling October. I know a lot of people feel earlier, etc., but I'm going to do the tarot and just do June. The last thing's coming up in June. Restrictions. mental restrictions, looking deeper into these mental restrictions, and what's being offered up. Mental restrictions, looking deeper into what's being offered up. So they're going to be looking at his mental capabilities more this month. Let's look at July. See what it'll say. Overview July. This fight going forward, taking action when it comes to the dark drama, and victory. Okay. What about the dark? The wheel is turning on the dark. Victory. Something's hidden. Something was hidden when it comes to this victory of judgment. Okay. More is coming out in July. Action in something being offered up on the action when it comes to a victory of judgment on the underlying judgment and the consequences of Trump's dark mindset. Okay, that's looking like July. October. Okay. October. Done. Being offered up. Taken out. Okay. That's what's being constructed in October. Taken out. Okay, that's what I get. The center of it all, mentally done. It's what's being offered up, what's being put together. Okay. He does have some enemies in the White House. Okay. So on that note, I'll leave that here. We'll have to see if the cards are right or wrong for entertainment purposes only. Okay. I just read the cards. So on that note, we'll see you online.